Yes, you got it. Hey, everybody, it's Stephen, Brody Stevens, back here again in Burbank, California. It's the Festival of Sports. We love podcasting, bringing the energy of Burbank to you across the global universe. Yes, how did that look? That sounded good. It looked good. We are here, and I don't have sound in my headphones at this moment. I do not have sound in my headphones. But that's okay. That's okay. Two, check. I do have sound. All right. Emma came in and switched it on. Let me ask a quick question. Are we recording the podcast? Yeah. We are recording the podcast. Are we on Twitter? Should be on Periscope. We should be on Periscope. Let's see. Let's go into there and double check all of this. Festival of Sports live. Good. We're in there. We have 21 viewers. That's positive. There's Emma right in there. We're on this. We're on that. Let me ask one other question. Emma, is it possible? Can we put some air on?
Yeah, it's on. It's just on quiet.
Just because I got worked up before the show. My body heat is up. Now, I'm going to open the Periscope because that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go into the Periscope and read some of the comments. We have 51 people right now here in the room. Comments are open. Comments are open on this show. And I'll read them. I'll engage with you through Periscope comments. It's September. Now here's the deal. We are running late in terms. It's my fault. It's my fault. I have sound. We have sound. Two, check. We're doing all the check-in with you right now. You're from Burbank, California. I'm Stephen, Brody Stevens. You can find me on Twitter. You could find me on Facebook. Good things are happening. We have shows tonight at the Comedy Store. I'm going out on the road. I am here right now. Let's go ahead and plug in and possibly just listen to a little comedy to set our palates. Then we will go back into the show. Right now, we're podcasting. This is not a pre-pod. This is open comments, voice memos. Let's see what we got here. This is from the original room on Sunday. Let's listen to how this sounded. Original room on Sunday. We're going to go 3 minutes into the set at the Comedy Store. Let's see how it sounds.
They're not funny.
Didn't get it.
Very Harry's a child. Growing up, most kids in my neighborhood had
Flintstone vitamins. Somehow I had Rogaine chewables. Look at those jokes. You can do old jokes and they still laugh.
Dr. Phil taping?
Another laugh. And then they groan. Season 4, episode 1. Another laugh. I am nasally on that.
I am now going to sit on the stool.
I am now going to sit on the stool and I will rattle off jokes. I'm sitting on the stool. This is the Comedy Store Sunday night.
You chew your food.
Chew your food.
Chew
your food.
I can blow a bubble with a pork chop. That's what.
Nothing. Come on.
Now I'm angry.
I'm
I'm on Red Bull.
Red Bull. Back
I'm
off.
On apple
cider vinegar. More laugh.
Get it? I guess you said take them off the marquee.
Take them off the marquee.
Every freaking joke now.
They love it when you get angry.
Now I'm getting angry.
See,
I'm
and
a
they
Gemini. I'll snap.
And a laugh.
Sign of the snake, man. If you're not gonna like me now, you like me then. You better be with me. I'm intense. I get BO in the shower.
Another laugh.
In the car wash.
Another laugh.
My sister beat me with keys.
Another
And
laugh.
she was a janitor.
Another laugh. Whatever.
Like the anger. Good.
They like the anger.
Something's there. Arms crossed negative.
Arms crossed. Where are you from?
Are you a school teacher? What do you do? Arms crossed negative. You know what? F that. I created Chelsea lately.
You got
all the warm-ups for that show.
I did.
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
I donated to the YMCA. I donated
Blood, blankets, and sperm.
on my blanket. You're going to get darkness from now on. You just upset a Gemini.
They love it.
I parked for free. I split a Red Bull with Tony. He had one half. I had the other half. Oh, you want me to do Amy Schumer jokes? I'll do it.
So there you go. There you go. It's like the comedy crowds, they love when you get angry, as long as you don't go into the red zone. They love when you have jokes. You could tell, or they're scared of you, the anger that they laugh out of fear. Really? Is that they laugh out of fear? Hold on. Why is this thing doing that? They laugh out of fear? Okay, then they laugh out of fear. But I'm giving them jokes. So you're telling me I have a joke and I apply fake anger or frustration anger and they laugh, and you're saying the only reason they're laughing is because they're scared. How about the joke? How about the cadence? How about the energy? How about the Michael Richards zone? I got to block this guy. I've never blocked somebody on a Periscope. Guy just called me Michael Richards zone. That's what he did. You can't even, it's like you're looking for problems. You know, I'll tell you what, people, I don't know what to tell you. I got to block you. I have to block you. I've never had to block somebody in the middle of a thing. But I'm blocking you because you said Michael Richards zones, and I don't appreciate that. You know, even though he was on Seinfeld for many years, where do I block this guy? Laughter based on cadence alone. They laugh because it's funny. Thank you. Liberal California crowd. Okay, then what do you call the crowd in, I don't know if you're on my side or against me, then what do you call the crowd in Branson, Missouri? What do you call the crowd in Cedar Falls, Iowa? So you guys don't know what you're talking about. A lot of you is what I'm getting at. You put a little stand-up on there, and then people just want to go nuts. I thought so. That was uncalled for. Brody, you don't have to explain yourself if you don't get it. If I don't get it, heckler block. God bless America. Blocks are so sponsored. Well-deserved block. I can't find this guy. Are you friends with Fitzsimmons? I'm friends with, I pretty much know most comedians, if you're asking me that. I do know. That was an attack, you punk. That's right. Look at Liberty. She's got over 1,000 followers on Twitter because she's pushing positive, and she stands up for what's right. You know, you got Erica Ligney. This guy was waking up high, smoking cigarettes in his bed, and now I've got him driving cross country, opening shows at improvs, and now working season 2 at Byron Allen's Funny You Should Ask. And if you ask a Ligney, did I help him? Did I show him energy? Did I push? He would say yes. Why am I at Squat Melt 25? 25 shows outside in a back alley, and it still goes. Because when you bring positive energy and you bring experience and you bring in Judeo-Christian values, that helps a show. Why is the Comedy Store still going strong? I know Joe Rogan brings in crowds and Bill Burr and Sebastian, but you know what? They're open late at night too. They're not there every night. So I'm with that. Getting sick and tired of people who just the social media stuff. It's like I was on it before you. Now you've come on, you've taken over social media and just made it no fun. Look at, Liberty is living proof of pushing and believing. I knew her before she was on Twitter, and now she's got 1,000 followers and possibly getting more traction than me. But nobody wants to hear that. They just want to go on and complain. They want to go on and complain and be negative. Now, I'm hearing static. Is that through any fault of my own?
No, I'm not hearing it.
It's just my headphones? Let me see. Hold on. Is it my phone? Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. My mom is out shopping right now, so let me focus on the podcast. I want to focus on the podcast right now. I know we're on camera. I know we're on Twitter. I know we're on Periscope. I'm here to work. Brody, you are one of the funniest comedians in my opinion. You know what? You should have just said, Brody, you are one of the funniest comedians. When you do my opinion, then I go, oh, so people don't think I'm. You didn't have to. Now, I'm not, of course you're not going to. Yes, you're going to get blocked for that. No, I'm kidding. Of course, you're not going to get blocked for that. But yeah, people think I'm funny. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, I'll never be Sebastian. I'll never be Bill Burr. That's just a fact. And you say, don't say that. Well, I'm just going to have to find my own. I'm not going to sell out Madison Square Garden 4 shows. And here's the thing. I started with Sebastian. I was with Sebastian. We used to do late night spots at the Comedy Store. I would go on at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. He would be going on 11:30, 12 o'clock. We would talk and all that stuff. And then I went on to continue doing audience warm-up, which because I was good at it, and I had a regular gig, and I enjoyed doing audience warm-up for Best Damn Sports Show. But then I had to I brought some of my audience warm-up tricks into stand-up comedy, and people didn't always understand it. So I think even Sebastian said, oh, well, you're going up there with these photos, or you're going up there with the tambourine. But then when I had my show on Comedy Central, which came out several years later, Sebastian said, he goes to me, well, I guess the tambourine worked, and we laughed. I mean, I used to laugh with Sebastian all the time, but then he blew up, and I kind of he did his own thing. And I also, these aren't excuses. I'm not going to make any kind of excuse here. But I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up in the Valley. I still live in the Valley. I have friends that work in professional Major League Baseball with some cool teams. I like baseball. So, and I was good at audience warm-up. So I'm good at audience warm-up. I'm doing that. I'm good at hosting. I'm doing that. I'm good at doing late night. I'm doing that. I'm good at being around baseball. I'm doing that. I'm good at being a good son. I go visit my mom out in Palm Springs. I have all of these things that I'm doing by choice. These are by choice. These are not, I mean, do I have to do them? Maybe. I don't know. But it's by choice. How many, go to the Comedy Store tonight and ask, where's your mom live? How far away does your mom live? How old is she? Okay. Where does she live? Where does she live in a community? Does she still drive? You have to ask, did she break her knee? Did she have a new hip? I need to know these things. Does your sister go to Rick Springfield concerts? Does your sister go to Foo Fighter concerts? Does your sister making pottery and jewelry? Does your sister work out in Ventura County? I go visit my mother. I'm not saying Stephanie doesn't. Stephanie has stuff to do, but I go do that. So I'm spread thin is what I'm at. I am what you would call a jack of all trades, master of some. And it's hurt me. I think it's hurt my career. I don't come from money. You know, my dad wasn't rich. My mom didn't. I'm not a money guy. So that's just a fact. That's just reality. That's the world we live in. Money makes this country go around. And I don't come from a family. And you can say this is defeatist. I'm just laying it out there right now, and we'll pick up the pieces. But I don't come from money. I went to public school. I drove a Pinto. My parents were divorced. So you're seeing all of those upbringings coming back to haunt me when I'm 48, when I'm older in life. I don't have the skills. And because, it's like, why didn't I go to prom? Why didn't I date much? I had stuff, I don't want to get into it, but I had my own childhood issues. Okay? So all those things that may have made me a better comedian and a better whatever you want to call it, a lot of it has to do on my upbringing. I didn't go to Hebrew school. I didn't go to private school. I didn't have a brother, again, why they have Big Brothers of America. So you could say, well, a lot of people didn't have brothers. What does that have to do with anything? It doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I do know that they have Big Brothers of America for a reason, because there were kids out there who needed male guidance. And my dad was a salesman. My dad had to go make money. And he did what he could. But to say that I was raised in a traditional home with traditional values and traditional everything, it didn't happen, okay? My mom tried, and she still does to this day, very hard. But she is more excited about me going on a private plane with David Spade. She thinks that's the greatest thing in the world. Oh, you got to go on a private, that's a great experience. I go, yeah, all right. But others are doing more. Sebastian's selling out Madison Square Garden 4 nights in a row, and you're glowing because your 48-year-old son finally went on a private plane. It's like she doesn't know. And a lot of moms don't know. But also, I don't have a lot of other people in my life, so if I'm going to talk to somebody about that, it's not a good feeling to know that your mother looks at you as just a beginning comedian, or something that tons of comedians that take for granted, or it's just part of the process. It's when you travel, when you're a baseball team or you're a comedian, you're traveling all over the place. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, maybe you call your girlfriend, you call your wife, you call your kid, you call your mom, say hello. But it's like almost every time I call my mom, because I'm the one calling my mom. She doesn't have a husband. She lives alone with Daisy in a gated community. My sister's at pottery school. So I have to call my mom. And then my mom goes, oh, I'm so glad you called me. Where are you, Kansas City? Oh, that's great. You're in Kansas City. Where are you going to next? Iowa? Oh, beautiful. The way I'm building it up, having to be not so bad here. But again, I don't have an outlet, okay? I don't have a brother to complain to. I don't have a child to pick up from soccer class. I don't even have a girlfriend right now. I've had only 3 girlfriends in my life. And I have girls that want to, hang out with me, but maybe I'm just not into it. Maybe I'm messed up. Maybe I have a mental problem. Maybe I've smoked too much pot. Maybe I should be on different kind of medication. I don't know. But I do know that I'm going to the All Things Comedy Festival in Phoenix. How many people get to go to that? How many people get to go on a private plane with David Spade? How many people get to have their name up on the marquee at the Comedy Store? So I'm doing something right. But how do I take it to that next level? I don't know. And then I'm podcasting here. I'm all over the map. We're filming it. I mean, I could turn the cameras off. I can turn off the Periscope. I can turn off the cameras. I could not look at them. I'm just trying to do what everyone else does. Let's read some comments. Relationships are overrated sometimes. Thank you. Private plane with Spade, high roller. Phoenix will be wild. Brody gets chicks. No kidding. Oh, snap. Fest. I will be in Phoenix. Seems like not too many people in there. 20. I'm looking at the Periscopes right now. Bullied by Persian kids. That happened too. Shaheen. And then I had, who else? Malik, who's an Israeli guy. I fought him. So I got picked on. I was a target because I didn't have protection. I didn't have an older brother protecting me, okay? So I was fair game out in the wild, and these guys, it's like they're probably jealous of me, or they didn't understand me, and they had a problem with me. So I got into some fights. Even to this day, people want to take shots at me. If you're happy, if you show happiness or smile or confidence or walk with proper posture, they'll always try to take you down. They'll try to take you down. You know, I can just remember these fights in my apartment complex. One guy, Malik, he called me Wiggy. I had so much hair. That's the thing. Now I'm bald. I had a guy on Twitter make fun of me being bald. Oh, all your hair migrated from the top of your head to your chin. Whatever. Whereas when I was growing up in my apartment buildings, they called me Wiggy because I had so much hair. So not only did I got picked on when I was a kid for having too much hair, now I get picked on as an adult for having not enough hair. That's the world we live in, picking on people. But you know what? I fought back. I fought Malik. I think I won that fight, by the way. I fought the kid his name was Sean, in high school for saying I had a big nose. You want to say that to me? I'll frickin' fight you. And that's what I did. I broke his nose. In fact, his mom wanted to sue me because her son, who was a bully, who was talking trash to somebody, got beat up. I feel good about this. And Mr. Videtsky, who was the dean, the late Mr. Dmitry Videtsky, who went to high school with my father, he looked out for me. He said, you know what? You beat up a gang member. That's where that joke comes from. In 1987, I fought a Crip because I really did fight a gang member. And I elbowed him and I kneed him. And blood came out of his nose. Same thing in South by Southwest. I'm not saying I'm going to get beat up or something bad happened to me. I'm just saying that there's been times where I've defended myself and guys got hurt because I was lifting kettlebells heavily at the time when I did South by Southwest, when this Hesher guy, this guy with Doc Martens and a jean jacket, probably weighed 250 pounds, a mulatto guy. Is that wrong to say? He was half black, half white. That's what he was. I don't know what the terminology is. Can I get in trouble for saying that? Maybe, but that's what I said. And I'm saying it. You know, that episode at South by Southwest, I would say is probably 7 years ago maybe. I was hosting an outdoor bar show. They have shows all the time at South by Southwest, like all day, all night kind of thing. They have the convention hall, they have concerts, they have comedy shows. And I got asked to host a afternoon of bands, rotating bands at this bar in Austin. Barbarella's or something like that. So I'm in the back. It's an outdoor patio in the back of this bar restaurant place. They have two stages set up, or a big stage and a big bar, and the bands are playing. There's like 6 or 7 bands. They'd play their set. There'd be a little intermission. They'd come out. So I was on the mic in between sets doing crowd work, talking to the crowd, being on stage, interacting. Everybody liked it. But as the bands rotated, there'd be new fans coming in. So let's say I have rapport with a group of audience members, early in the show, that developed, and now I have that same rapport, if not stronger, later in the show. Then you get somebody walking in to see a new band. They go, what's going on here? This guy's not funny. That's what happens when you go for it. When you go for it and you go, I'm playing to my fans, they get me, I know them. Then you get somebody else coming in because it's a unique situation. It's a festival. It's outdoors. It's daylight. There's music involved. Because of that, this guy came up to me because I was doing crowd work, and he goes, dude, you're not funny. This guy isn't funny. Get off the effing mic. That's what he said. I go, okay, well, I've been here all afternoon. We seem to be having a good time. Back to the show. So then about, 5-10 minutes later, I'm back on the mic, maybe a little longer than that. I'm back on the mic saying, all right, that was so-and-so. We're going to have this new band coming out in about 10 minutes. Where are you from? Boom. I'm off on the side in this patio area. The same guy comes up from behind me, grabs the mic out of my hand, a heavy, cordless, high-end microphone, grabs it out of my hand, yells into it, "I told you not to talk, mother effer." Took the mic, threw the mic across the patio there. The mic almost hit the girlfriend of the guy in the next band, who came up to me, by the way, and said, "Why did you throw the mic like that?" I go, "I didn't throw the mic." "Yes, you did. I saw you throw the mic." I go, "This guy came up from behind me," which he did. But that was after I went after the guy who took the mic. So he took the mic. I couldn't believe it. Now, you have to understand, I was in pretty good shape at the time in terms of like kettlebells, lifting weights, flexibility, that sort of stuff. So I had no like injuries at that point. So I was pretty strong. And he did that. I couldn't believe it. I looked to the bouncer guy who just like didn't do anything. He goes, "I didn't see it." So I walked, and he did, because they have something against. Austin doesn't like people from California. They felt like when they come in to do the festival, they don't like it. So they just assumed, I'm from LA, I'm from California, I'm part of the festival, F you. We're a rock club. So the guy didn't, I see the guy who took the mic. He was walking down back into the club down a hallway. I chase him down, go, "Hey, mother effer." Boom! Knee him, elbow him. Got a couple shots in. He was shocked because he didn't think that was going to happen. He didn't think some Hollywood, LA, California comedian guy would fight back. Except I did. Then the bouncer starts hitting me, punching me. And I'm going, "What are you doing? I'm the host." "We don't hit people." "I don't care." Drags me off. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "This guy threw the mic." He goes, "We don't do that." I go, "By the way, you didn't hurt me at all. You know that, right? You know that I can kick your ass too." So I go back out there. And that's when the guy from the band came up to me and goes, "You threw the mic at my wife." He was triggered over, I didn't do it. What can I tell you? It just didn't happen. So then things are kind of like haywire at this point. Then the owner comes up to me and goes, "You better go because the police are coming." And I heard an ambulance. So here's the deal. I got out of there, but I think I hurt him. Because he was like, the owner was actually protecting me. He said, "You got to go." Because I think I hurt the guy. And that's what happened. Same thing with the kid who picked on me in 11th grade or whatever grade I was in. Sorry. Don't do it. It's like, don't have a good person snap. I've seen it twice. Now, I'm not talking about a weapon. I'm not talking about anything like that. That's a whole nother ball game. But one-on-one energy, you don't want to upset somebody who's like, could go angry. That's what happened. I've seen results. So bottom line is, I talk about these stories and I feel good about them because positivity won over negativity. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. It has to do with like, I'm willing to fight is what I'm getting at. If somebody does that. Now let's go back into the comments. We have comments in here. Now I was talking, not looking at it. Let's see. You don't push the push. Oh, just messing around. You couldn't kick a turtle's ass. Yeah, because where's their ass? All they got is a tail hanging out. Where's a turtle ass? It's protected by the shell. Of course you can't kick a turtle's ass. Austin prides itself on being weirdos. Exactly. Hesher was toast. I kicked his ass. I kicked the kid's ass in 11th grade too. He was probably from California and Austin. What the H? What a mess. Anyway, I'll put this down. So that's where I'm at right now. I think it's hard for me to perform with all this stuff going on, like politically. I just want to, I don't know if I would hope it dies down. I think my gut instinct is that everybody is worked up here, who has, in America, I think these elections, it's like people are worked up over the Trump, Clinton, whatever election back in 2016. And now we're back at it again. We're back at it again, these midterms. I'll tell you what. I had no idea any of this stuff was going to happen. This is not something any comedian, any person in America put down. They go, you know what? It's going to get crazy out there, and Hollywood's going to do this. And this is like something that it wasn't like before. This is all out of the blue. All of these angry comedians. There used to be a few of them, maybe, like a few out of San Francisco, maybe a few in Boston, a couple out in New York, maybe. But now it's everywhere. And it's the PC culture, and it's something that nobody predicted. I don't think anybody predicted this. Every comedian is aware of the PC culture. Every single comedian has to carry that on stage with them, the awareness of PC culture. And that's why comedy, it's popular. I don't know what to tell you. Sebastian's popular, Bill Burr's popular, Joe Rogan's popular. These guys are popular. I guess there's girl popularity too, and all these other guys. But just it hanging over you makes it no fun. Then you go on Twitter. If you do one tweet that you think might ripple somebody, it does ripple. And then it ripples one, and then you say something to him, and then their buddy jumps in, and then somebody else comes in to clarify, hey, I think they were just doing this. And then that's what happened to me yesterday. I ended up blocking like 3 or 4 people within an hour. One guy says this. Another guy comes in to defend. Another guy comes in to clean up. And then it's all based off tweets. They don't know you. They only know what they see on TV or what they hear on a podcast maybe or tweets. They're not at the Comedy Store. They're not sitting down getting coffee with me at the Coffee Bean. They're not with me with the Chicago Cubs in the dugout. I have good relationships there. They're not at the Comedy Store in the parking lot with me and the other comedians or in the hallway or out in the back. They don't see that. But yet they know everything about me. Oh, Brody uses pot to self-medicate. He used to talk. They don't know. But here's the thing. I'm not saying anything that's groundbreaking. I'm just saying this is the way it is, and it's frustrating. And if you don't have the proper structure in your life, it can get to you, especially when you have to rely on I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I focus on just being funny. I didn't plan for David Spade to take me out on the road. I've done like 10 road gigs with David Spade. I don't know. I've done, let's think, Irvine twice. That's 3 nights of shows, 6 shows. Irvine twice. Brea Improv. We did San Jose Improv. We did Aspen, Colorado. We did Branson, Missouri. We did Iowa. That's 7 shows I've done with Dave. There may be more. That's 7 right there. That's pretty good. And those include dinners. Those include green room. I didn't plan that out, so that's a good sign. I'm going to the Phoenix All Things Comedy Festival. I didn't plan that out. I didn't know I was going to come back this year, but apparently we're going to do a Festival of Sports podcast there in Phoenix. Didn't plan that out. Did I plan my name being on the marquee tonight at the Comedy Store? No, I didn't plan that out. So it's kind of weird. It's like I'm still getting laughs. I'm still getting Squat Melt 25. Did we plan that out? Did Howard come up to me and go, Brody, I'm going to do a show. Once Meltdown closes down, we're going to go in the back and I'm going to do a show in the parking lot, and we'll do 25 shows, and then we'll see what happens. That didn't happen. Howard said, I'm going to do a show out in the parking lot. Let's see how it goes. Boom. All right, let's do it again. Boom. All right, it kept growing. Now, Friday, I'm going in on I don't know, I guess it's some kind of production. The guy who directed the Eric Andre show is involved. So this is Ben Stiller's company. They're doing a show at Meltdown. Because I was at Meltdown, in that situation, in the back, Squat Melt, excuse me. Because I was at Squat Melt, in the back, in the alley, doing shows. Just a couple times, my friend Mike, who I know works with Ben Stiller, he was there because they're using Meltdown. They're turning the old Meltdown building into something, maybe a production studio, who knows. Now I've got asked to come in on Friday and work on a project that's paying me. Did I put that on my vision board? No, I didn't. But that happened. I go to the Cubs games. They have me around. So what I'm getting at is be positive, be nice. Don't be the first one to complain and put up a stink and roll with it. And then also do what you've done to get you there. Now, that's what I say to myself. Now I could say things to you, but I could tell you, give you advice maybe. But if I was to give you actual, do what I do, you can't. No knock, but I played baseball at Arizona State. I coached baseball at Arizona State. First base, traveled College World Series. So I did that. I played baseball at Reseda. I was an all-star. I did coach football for Reseda High School. They wanted me around. So I saw the result. I'm not saying you can do that. I'm just saying that's a possibility. And then for me, it happened. So it's a possibility for you. It's a reality for me because I already did it. So then you go on Twitter with that kind of information, experience, and people just don't get it. It's a very difficult time, is what I'm getting at. You drive around LA, there is a fog of depression. That's my opinion. You could say that this is growing pains. This is what countries go through. Hollywood, social media, let's say those two things. Here's the things that are the players in culture, I feel. Washington, D.C., New York City, Wall Street, Madison Avenue, New York City, and Hollywood. Those are the three pillars of modern day culture and structure. Yes, you have Middle America, you have the Bible Belt, you have the Midwest, you have the Southwest, you have the Northwest, you have the Northeast. I get it. But in terms of the world, Hollywood is a world player. New York City is a world player. Washington, D.C. is a world player. I'm in Hollywood. Okay? So I see it. And what's connected to Hollywood? Google, Facebook, and Twitter. They're connected to Hollywood. So you have Google, Facebook, Twitter, Hollywood. Let's say those two things right there. And then half of D.C. It's completely one-sided. Culture, big tech. Culture and big tech. Hollywood culture, big tech, They're controlling the narrative. That's a fact. That's a fact. Whether it's right or wrong, it's like, I have the keys. I have the keys to the safe. Well, how'd you get them? Doesn't matter. I have them. Well, give them back to me. No, I have them. How'd you get them? Doesn't matter. I built the key myself, but I got the key. You don't have it. So that's not good, I don't think. The guy who holds the key. How did you get the key? Are you a locksmith? Well, maybe I'll just change the locks. Then you're out. How about we do that? You got the key? The lock was just changed. Now we're even. You have to admit, everybody admits across the board that PC culture is a bummer. Where does that come from? Hollywood. When you look at Hollywood and it's one-sided, it's got to be 90%, 90-10 in terms of progressive, liberal, leftist versus conservative, blue-collar, Judeo-Christian. It's one-sided. That's just social media. Then you go on TV and it's probably 90-10. You have the Hallmark channels. So that's what I see. That doesn't feel right. All of a sudden, I'm the weirdo. I'm the bad guy. It's not me. I don't get angry unless I get attacked. But the guy attacked me. I didn't go after him. That kid was calling me big nose. That kid was calling me wiggy. That guy was calling me gay boy, tilted pelvis, big nose, Jew. I wasn't calling them that. So they came after me. I reacted. The problem is now the crazy people out there on the left, let's be honest, they are initiating. That's the difference. They're initiating like they always have. It's like people are sick of the outrage. Your outrage is angering me. The fact that your outrage makes me outraged. Not that what you're outraged about, the fact that you're outraged is outraging me. Do you see what I'm saying? It's an outrage culture. I'm not doing that. I look at the tweets. I perform at the clubs. I do the warm-ups. I get booked for the gigs. I'm doing the festivals. I'm wrong? I'm telling you what I see. Am I bombing on stage? Am I getting gigs taken away from me because I'm causing trouble and not getting laughs? No. But I get shadow banned, or whatever you want to call it. I get stifled. I get throttled down. That's why I don't sell ticket numbers. You may like me, but you can't really, got to watch it. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's go back and look at the comments, see what they say. What a mess. Let's see what they say in these Periscope comments. Unhinged. They're armed and ready. Whoa! The ones in Hollywood go along to get along are weak. Bingo. The ones in Hollywood that go along. Twitter stock is projected to be around 13 share in 5 years. I'm also not a broke. We built this city on rock and roll. Experience matters. Everything is connected to the effing internet. What the F are you talking about? What do you mean? See how angry this guy gets? Everything is connected to the effing internet. What the F are you talking about? I don't know who he's talking to. Just kidding. I'm not. Who's calling me? Hello? Hello?
This is an important message regarding your current credit card account. We have made several attempts to reach you.
I know.
This is your final courtesy
Don't
call
talk
before
to
we
me
are
that way.
able to lower your credit card interest rate.
Okay, I'm listening.
Press 1 to speak to the member services department, or press 2 and your eligibility to lower your rate will expire.
Okay. I hung up on her. That was a frickin' voice thing. And here's the other one. They want you on medication. They want you on pills. San Bernardino. Hello? 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 Guy hung up on me. Now I'm getting, see, I'm over the target. I'm getting these calls all of a sudden because I started making sense. And then people panicked and they go, let's get the phone calls going. Get the phone thing calling. So what happened? We have 28 people right now in the Periscope. This is an outrage. Let's call Ligny, see what's going on, see if he's around. Stay with me. I'm reaching out to Ligny. Then we'll call Spanish too. Let's call Johnny Spanish. Let's see if he's up. He might not want to talk. Johnny Spanish, this is my former roommate. See if he probably won't pick up. Then we'll call Howard Kramer. He's not picking up. Now we're going to call Howard Kramer. Let's see what happens here. Stay with me. Howard Kramer. Tonight, Squat Melt 25. Let's see what he says. See if Howard picks up. Squat Melt 25 is tonight.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
He's not there. Nobody is picking up. We're calling Eric Aligny. We are now scratching the bottom of the recent call list. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Aligny. Let's call him. Does anybody pick up the phone anymore?
Stephen, Brody, Stephen.
Yes, you got it. There he is, Eric Aligny. I just said, does anybody pick up the phone anymore? And then who picked up the phone? His name, Eric Aligny, and you can tell that he is awake. He's with it. He is alert, and it's good to have you back, Eric Aligny.
Yes. What's up, Brody?
You're on a podcast right now. Did you know that?
I figured it was Wednesday, and the Festival of Sports is on Wednesday at this time. So yeah.
Festival of Sports is at this time. So I found out that I am going to Phoenix, Arizona for the All Things Comedy Festival. Is that something that you would be want to be a part of?
I would love to. Yes.
Well, buy yourself a bus ticket, and we'll see you out in the middle of the desert. Reporting live. Go ahead. You want to be a part of it?
Yeah, I'll drive my Prius there, so maybe if you want to ride there.
Possibly. So who did Tebow say? Jason Tebow from Punch Drunk? Are they doing their show out there? I'm sure they're doing a live show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing. I think they're doing two things. I'm not sure on all that. I think he said something about for sure doing a live podcast there. I don't know about a show. But.
So let me ask you a question. Have you cut back on smoking pot, like leafed marijuana?
Yes, a lot, big time.
I think it's noticeable in your voice. I know you got a new phone a few weeks ago, but I feel that right now, hearing your voice, you're less nasally congested, and that's probably due to the smoke. Would you say that's accurate?
I mean, I feel better these days. I've cut back on cigarettes a lot too. Not at the Comedy Store, but when I'm not there, I've been not smoking as much. I've been using that Juul for
She's good. I like her album.
Yeah, I listen to Jewel, and that's how I'm quitting smoking.
By listening to Jewel?
Yeah, every time I need a cigarette, I just put on Jewel.
There you go. See, that's a joke. You could use
That's a
it.
good joke.
Why don't you use that joke somewhere?
I mean, you just thought of that, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm able to do comedy in several.
I think that's more of a Brody joke, and I think that works.
Well, I could use the help writing some jokes and remembering some jokes.
You could say I quit smoking by listening to Jewel.
There's the joke. I quit smoking by listening to Jewel. That's funny. There you go. That could be a new Brody classic.
I think that's a good joke.
So you want to come out to Arizona, and so what would you? I think it would be a good for you to go out there and check it out.
Yeah. And all things comedy, what a great thing they're doing. Especially they got Comedy Central just now, so congrats to them.
I mean, what do you think about that? All of a sudden, Comedy Central's involved with all things comedy. And what's one of their more popular fun videos? Valley Vibes.
Valley Vibes. Go look for it on YouTube.
Stop comparing yourself to others. Look at this guy. You're blocked. Hold on, I got to block somebody. Blocked.
I don't know who we were comparing ourselves to.
I don't know. But this guy's blocked. Stop comparing yourself to others.
I think he was upset about the Jewel joke. People are real big fans of Jewel.
No, but that was from some other tweet or something.
Oh.
Twitter is just a frickin' toilet. So he's blocked. Stop comparing yourself to others. Blocked. Let's see how many followers this guy has. 14 followers. Now let's look for the MMA thing. I'm going to look for MMA thing. They're usually MMA guys. Nope. I'm a roller coaster. I always go up, down. Confession. I've been getting way too insensitive. Dogs are really good at... This guy really doesn't get a lot of doing my part. I'm just looking for the mixed martial arts.
When people have like 14 followers, I always wonder who are the 13 or 14 people that are following them. Because they have at least one sex bot.
Yeah.
So who are the people that are... This guy's got such a little following, but there's people that follow him.
I just got to go ahead and block them. I don't want people like that seeing my stuff. They're going to have to get a different account if he wants to watch my tweets. He's going to have to do it under a whole brand new account. See you later, Nicholas. You're blocked.
Yeah, I'm thinking about creating a fake Instagram so I can check out your Instagram stories.
Oh, because you're blocked on my Instagram.
Yeah, I'm still blocked.
I got to unblock you. And when is being blocked, is that a hard pill to swallow?
I mean, with you and I think it's funny, but I guess I don't know. Dak Shepard blocked me on Twitter.
Oh, because you said a joke. What'd you do?
I said that Sam, I don't remember his name right now. I said this one actor is just Dak Shepard with acting classes, and it was pretty accurate. It was funny, but he did not like it, I don't think.
But did you reply? Did you want him to see it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Well, there you go. That's what did it. You said that you tagged him on it, so that upset him.
Yeah, but then I got an email from Timo Mays that I could sign up to win a dancing contest with Dak Shepard. So I was like, oh, so he can invite me to come dancing, but he can block me.
There you go. So let me ask you a question. How is the comedy? You traveled. You were in Florida. You've been back in L.A. now for a few weeks. What is your take, being that you've performed all over the country? Now you're back in Los Angeles. What's the vibe here in L.A.? Is it negative? Is it upbeat? Is it positive? Is it depressing? Is it angry?
It's a mixture of a lot of things, but I mean, it's up to you how you make it, how you feel like when you go out and what you put into it. For me, it's pretty positive. And I think, the people we hang out with, we keep it pretty positive.
How do you keep your positivity?
Just by continuing, getting on stage and then also going out and hanging out with my friends like you and Tebow and Don. Just, having a kind of a normal life for a comedian.
Would you say that? You're doing things. Do you feel like your energy that you bring to Funny You Should Ask had maybe something to do with it being picked up for the second season?
I mean, I can say that. It could also be the fact that my boss, Byron Allen, pretty much pays for the second season, so it's up to him.
What do you mean? He's a production guy.
Yeah, he looks into it and sees if it's worth doing the extra season. He looks at all the prices that the companies are going to pay for the show and says, you know what, it's worth producing another 100 episodes.
Now you go in there. Do you work with all the comedians on the show, the John Lovitzes and the?
I'm the one who takes care of all of them. So like, if they need to get anything done, I do it for them, and I make sure that they get to stage on time. I make sure that there's no problems with their wardrobe or, Does that go for all of the comedians on the show and actors? Yes.
So
our host, everybody involved with the everybody who's on stage, even the contestants.
So you're involved with interaction, making sure that the contestants on this show. Are you washing your face? What are you doing?
I'm getting a drink.
Where? 7-Eleven?
In my fridge. My mini fridge that I have in my mini apartment.
It sounds like a Diet Coke.
It's close. It's a Dr. Pepper.
You keep Dr. Pepper in your apartment?
Yeah, I have a 2-liter in my fridge. Actually, I have 2 2-liters in my fridge, and then I have a bunch of Nestle Boosts. I drink about 2 of those a day.
Don't you think that? What's your feeling on the sugar? From like soda.
It's not good, but I don't really eat a lot of sweets, so it's not. It's kind of like.
It's your one vice.
Yeah,
like smoking pot and doing the Juul and cigarettes.
Yeah, and I'm cutting out. Eventually, I'm thinking about going to the hypnotist really soon because I've been trying to quit smoking cigarettes and I just haven't been able to.
I think you should cut back on the soda.
Oh no, I totally agree with that. I got my USC dental appointment coming up October 8th, and so I'll get to find out how messed up my teeth are from drinking soda and smoking.
I mean, yeah, don't you think that having all that soda over the years has affected your enamel, and then also it can affect your brain? I mean, it's proven that sugar is really bad for you, and
It's bad for your organs too.
I know. So why would you keep it in your house? Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't drink it. I'm saying don't keep it in your house.
Yeah, so you don't have the thought to drink it.
Just
drink water.
That, or it could be. There is an old basketball coach at Arizona State, Bill Frieder, who said that he didn't drink soda, but he kept like a whole case of diet soda in his refrigerator as like a reminder of like not to drink it. So he kind of did it that way, but you're actually drinking it. I'm just saying that I think you should focus on drinking more water. You're doing a good job, Eric. Look, you went across the country. You opened for Leslie Jones in Tampa, Florida. Season 2 of Funny You Should Ask just got picked up. You don't think Don Barris, for example, you say you hang out with Don. Don's at Jimmy Kimmel Live every day. Don's at the Comedy Store every day. I'm there a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Could you not make noises in the back while I'm making a speech here? I'm saying I think that you have something to do with the success of Funny You Should Ask. It got picked up for season 2. When you're putting out positive energy and you're doing it, you're taking elements of the Comedy Store there with you. There's a reason why the Comedy Store is the #1 club in the world. It's because of guys like me and Don pushing guys like you. Nobody sees that. They don't see. Nobody knows. Nobody realizes that Don Barris has done every single Jimmy Kimmel Live warm-up. That's connected to the Comedy Store.
I talked about you and Don on Earl Skakel's podcast yesterday. Um, I talked about that and how like the late night sets have really helped me as a comic. Um,
Yeah,
so we talked about that stuff.
right. I don't think people understand that how Don has a lot to do. You know, people don't see the connections is what I'm getting at. Nobody would assume that Don Barris, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Stephen Brody Stevens, and the Comedy Store affect Funny You Should Ask. And not Funny You Should Ask for the comedians. Funny You Should Ask for a guy like you, Erica Ligney, who's grinding it. You think you walk up to those guys and you smell like cigarettes and pot? You don't, do you?
No, not anymore. Louis Anderson actually told me that I should not smoke cigarettes at work or smoke less because it smells, and so I stopped doing it.
There you go. And who does Louis work with? Zach Galifianakis. So the same guy exactly. People don't understand that there's connections everywhere, and then also it's not a big world. Comedy is a small world, just like the adult video world. It's a small world. Stand-up comedy, it's not like, there's a ton of comedians, but it really is just a handful working. You see the same core guys everywhere. So what I'm getting, so I need to bring this stuff up. I'm saying that when you do well, I do well. Is what I'm getting at. And I need you to, stop drinking the soda today. It stops. No, I'm playing. How has the Comedy Store been the last couple nights? I was out of town this weekend. Were you there?
Yeah, it was really fun. There was a lot of fun nights. Chappelle did 2 pop-ins 2 nights in a row, one with Tiffany Haddish and then another one with Chris Rock. And from what I hear, Sacha Baron Cohen was there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
So I guess that's better when I'm not there and then they're there. If I was there, they wouldn't have been there.
No, they would have been there. You're in the main room. They're in the OR.
No, I'm playing. Yeah, they usually they like the original room. I do the main room.
Yeah, and Chappelle's been going up like at 2 a.m, so he's been going up from 2 to 4, and I think that's probably because it's easier to get people to stop taking pictures, or he can control the crowd a little easier without a sold out room.
Right. So he stayed until 4:00 in the morning.
Him and Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish actually got off stage around 3:30 and said, "I got to go to sleep," and so she just got off stage and went home.
And were the staff were the Comedy Store workers? They were still there.
Richie, the manager, was still there, and like one of the door guys, I think it was Guam.
Were you there? You were there?
Yeah.
You stayed all the way. You stayed all the way till the end.
Yeah, Tebow, me, a couple others, and there's a bunch of audience. I mean, there's still like probably 20 or 30 people in the original room both nights.
Wow. Was he doing new stuff, or is he just up there talking?
Well, the first night I've been going to the Comedy Store since December 2010. That was the worst crowd I've ever seen in my 8 years of being there.
What do you mean?
There was a 8-woman bachelorette party that was sitting there watching Chappelle, and then there's these 3 Latino guys, 2 Latino guys and a Latino girl up front, and they were all obnoxiously loud and talking to Dave the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were just too involved, and it really just made it not fun to watch.
And that was the first time in all your times of seeing Dave Chappelle there that the audience was kind of unruly or not appreciative.
They were appreciative, but just too drunk and unruly to even understand that they were getting in the way of actual entertainment.
Yeah. I'm afraid that's where we're going right now. People feel like they know everything about you, and they come in there and they get all excited. They can throw off. So they threw off the show a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean they threw off the show all the way. I mean, but Tiffany was very funny with them and like played them off very well, and Dave did too. He knew he couldn't win, so he just played it into their hands and basically made it bearable. It was, as a comedian, you got to respect that because it was not an easy room.
Yeah. What is it like when I'm not there on a weekend?
There's not as much energy at the end of the night.
Yeah, it quiets down.
Yeah, like the main room's pretty quiet. And a Holtzman's in there. It goes dark, which you don't do that. You keep the lights on.
Should I bring the lights down or keep them up?
I think you should do it one night with the lights down and see how it goes. Just experiment.
Gotcha. Well, listen, Eric, I've been through a lot today. I got to promote my shows. I got things on my mind. I'm going to Detroit. I'm going to Boston. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Philly. I can't focus right now. I want to say you were good here on the phone call. I appreciate it.
You got to send me pictures of your Vespa.
I got to sell you my Vespa. Let's do the baseball card game. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
1991. I'm pulling out a card. This is the baseball card game. And this is a card I have. You know who he is.
Okay.
I'll say you should know who he is. 1991 card. This is the baseball card game. This is the 1991. It is not
Rafael Palmeiro.
Rafael Palmeiro. That's a good guess. It is not Rafael Palmeiro.
Okay. Is he a pitcher?
No, he is not a pitcher.
Okay. Damon Berryhill.
I'll tell you something. I will tell you something. That's a very, very good guess. Why do you think I'm telling you that's a good guess?
The player is with the Reds or the Braves?
No, that's not why.
He's a catcher.
Yes.
Okay.
Out of all the positions, you said a catcher, and I'm holding a catcher's card. So we have a catcher's card, 1991.
Catcher, 1991. Got to start racking my brain here. Oh, God. Oh, this is tough for me. I'm not a big catcher fan. I'm having a struggle here, Brody. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even thinking of any catchers from 91. I'm not giving up. I'm just racking my brain. Go and get Brody special on Amazon and iTunes.
Have you been promoting the special?
On your podcast, I have.
But not in your real life?
No. I can put out a tweet for you and put out a Facebook thing.
Do you think there's a chance my special could get more popular as time goes on?
Yeah. That's how things work. I mean, the more people watching, the more people will tell about it. And sometimes it takes a minute for things to get seen. But catcher.
But we're still in the baseball card game. Catcher in the 90s.
Okay. Catcher in the 90s. Oof. I'm having.
But Eric, you're playing the baseball card game. You have so many options. Is he African American? Is he Dominican? Is he white? Is he left-handed? Does he throw? Well, if he's a catcher, he probably throws right-handed. Did he? What? You have questions to ask. This is how you play. You don't just quit on the baseball card game. I mean, is that what? Well, it seems like you are. You say I'm racking my brain. Well, you know what? I'm not saying quit. I'm not saying you're quitting. I'm saying play smarter. Play the baseball game, card game smarter.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing a live podcast. You're on Twitter. You're going to the All Things Comedy Festival in Phoenix, and you're really giving kind of a half-ass effort on the baseball card game.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta admit, I'm blanking on catchers right now.
I understand you're blanking. You know, that's not the point. The point is, how do you get out of this darkness? You have opportunities.
Yeah. Is he white?
Yes. Yes, he's white. He's a white catcher. That's a good guess. It's not Carlton Fisk. But
Did
it's
he even play in 91?
But hold on. You have to listen to me. When I tell you Carlton Fisk is a good guess, you have to go, well, Brody just said Carlton Fisk is a good guess. I wonder why. Why do you think I told you Carlton Fisk is a good guess?
Red Sox?
Close.
Who else did he play for? He didn't play for Detroit, right?
No, he played for. What would you say the opposite of the Red Sox are?
The New York Yankees.
No. What would you say the opposite?
Oh, the White Sox.
Okay, all right. Now we're talking. You have to think. You have to slow down. You're not at Funny You Should Ask delivering bottled water to Bill Bellamy. You're playing the baseball card game with Stephen Brody Stevens on All Things Comedy right now. It is a white catcher. And I said Carlton Fisk was a good guess.
Yeah.
Where do the White Sox play? Where do the White Sox play?
Chicago.
Bingo. So
They play
now
on the west side, right?
So now think about it. I just put you into Chicago.
Yeah. I didn't know Carlton Fisk played for Chicago.
Well, now you do. Now you do.
There's only, I don't know if he was, I think he might have started in 92 or 93, but A.J. Przinsky,
It's not A.J. Przinsky.
Florida Gator. That's the only reason I knew him.
This guy, you mentioned Florida. Mm-hmm. This guy also had something to do with Florida.
I'm going to guess his last name's Castro.
Now you're putting in comedy. You've turned the baseball card game into comedy. Eric, I need you to focus.
I'm focused. Mickey Tettleton.
No.
He was Detroit, right?
Here's the deal, Eric. Read my energy. I'm thinking the player. I'm thinking the team. I'm thinking the city. I'm thinking the position. And you're trying to do bits on me. You have an opportunity to ask questions. That's what the baseball card game is. You're not asking questions. You're throwing out players without even thinking about it. If I hear Mickey Tettleton's name again, I'm going to snap.
Okay.
Are you driving outside in a car now?
No, I'm in my room.
You have one of those race car beds?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty sweet. My roommates bought it for me. That's a Grandma's Boy reference.
I know the movie.
Nick Swartzen was in it. What year did he start playing in the major leagues?
Great question. 1989.
So he didn't start for that White Sox team?
He wasn't on the White Sox. Did I ever say he was on the White Sox?
Yeah, you said opposite of the Red Sox.
Is.
The White Sox.
And I'm into it. Why would I be into the White Sox? Because they're into Chicago.
So he's with the Cubs.
Bingo! Start spreading the news, connecting the dots, reading my energy through the phone.
Yeah. I can think of only. Okay, so there's Mark Grace, Ryan Sandberg, but they're not catchers. I remember Andre Dawson, not a catcher.
You're doing good. You're getting there.
Good Lord. You said I would know him, and it's weird because. Oh. No. Can I get an initial?
Yes. First letter initial, J.
J. John.
Ask
No.
questions. We're going in here. We're going
Is
in.
his name-
Let's
is his
see.
name-
Let's see if
is
any.
his name John?
His name is not John.
Is it Jim?
Is it Jim? It's not John, and it's not Jim.
My brother's name, Joe.
Bingo! Now we're on to something. Where are you?
I don't know.
Where are you
I don't
from?
know if he
Where are
played-
you
I don't
from?
know if he played for the Cubs.
What state are you from?
I'm from Florida.
What team is in Florida? Teams.
The New York Yankees.
They're not, but this guy actually had a connection with them, but no.
The Florida Marlins.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And,
The Tampa Bay Rays.
okay.
So, but you said he had a connection with the Yankees. Joe Girardi.
Bingo! That's how you play the game. That's how you do it. I mean, I don't understand, Eric, why I had to push, why I had to like freaking guide you through the bushes with a machete and a freaking weed whacker.
I didn't realize what years Joe Girardi played, so I didn't think that he actually was playing in '91.
But do you know who Joe Girardi is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Because you said it. I knew you'd know it. So you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I do know who he is more of as the Yankees coach, but I knew he was a catcher, and I didn't really watch him play that much.
Okay, I know that. But you did know him. So,
Yes.
But that's the whole idea, Eric, with the baseball card game, is because you have to read me. I knew that you knew it, and you did know it.
We had to push, but we got it.
Not necessarily, I know this guy through watching him play. I know this guy because Brody knows that I know this guy. That's how I know this guy. How do you know Joe Girardi? Because Brody knows that I know him. That's how I know Joe Girardi. So then you have to start thinking. You have to start being open-minded. Play the baseball card game. Is he white? Is he African American? Is he right-handed? Is he left-handed? You're throwing out switch hitters. You're throwing out comedy in between. I mean, the Castro reference, I don't know where that came from. Joe Girardi managed the Florida Marlins, correct? For 1 year.
Yes. I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's before he got the Yankee job, right?
Yes.
There you go.
So he managed the Yankees. So you said Yankees, but I stayed in Florida. So you pull. See, here's the deal, Eric. When you started putting the Yankee stuff, now maybe you're being funny, maybe you're brainstorming, I don't know what, but it actually helped.
It was connections.
Because the Yankees train in Tampa, and he
Right
played
across from Raymond James Stadium.
and he played on the Yankees. But the card I was holding was Joe Girardi, 1991, playing catcher for the Cubs. So you know that now, right?
Yeah. So did Greg Maddux play in '91?
I believe so. Yes, he did.
So Girardi caught the greatest pitcher of all time.
Let's try one more.
I'm going to buy you a box of 1996 baseball cards.
I mean, I can get another box. I know maybe 91 is ahead of your is.
I was only 11 years old at the time, so I'm not like that.
Ask me about 1978 players. I was only 8 at the time. I can name those players. I'm giving you these are like, you know, decent players.
I need to do my homework. That's my problem.
You need to do your homework, and you need to sometimes be reminded how to play the baseball card game. And you have to read me. You know, you have to read Brody. I'm not going to give you a guy that you don't know. So you already knew this guy's name. I knew you knew his name. You know what I'm saying? And then you proved me right by mentioning the Florida connections. I knew you would know him because Florida was involved.
Yeah, their stadium is in the best part of Tampa, so I've seen it my whole life.
Okay, I've got one right now. I've got a card in my hand right now.
Okay. Kirby Puckett.
No.
Is he an outfielder?
No.
Okay. Infielder. Chris Sabo.
No. 1991.
What is his ethnicity? Is he a white guy?
He is white. He is white.
White guy. 1991. I want to go with my normal guesses, but Paul Molitor.
All right. Here's the deal. This is the wrinkle on it. I don't think you're going to know him, but you'll probably know his son.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is a wrinkle. So his son plays in the majors now?
Is
Or
that
did play in the
is that a
majors?
question or a statement?
Yeah, it's a question.
Can you rephrase it, please?
Did his son play in the majors? Does his son play in the majors now?
Did
or
his
is he retired?
did his son play in the majors now? Is what you said. Did his son play in
I
the?
said it wrong, but does his son play in the majors now?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus, that's a tough one.
Not really. If you know sports.
I mean, I know a lot of black players that their sons play now, but not any white ones.
Seems racist. That seems racist.
Tony Gwynn, he's black though. Let's see. There's Ed McCaffrey's kid. Doesn't he play baseball?
That's
He's
a good.
football.
Now that's a good guess. Ed McCaffrey is a good guess.
Okay, why was it a good guess? Let's see. Is his name Ed?
No.
Oh.
His name is
Well,
not
it was-
Ed, but it was a good guess. Why was it a good guess?
McCaffrey.
Think about that.
Okay. McDonald. Its name starts with a Mick.
That's how you're playing the game. Yes.
Okay, Mick. Mick. Mark McGuire,
Mark McGuire is retired. He is not playing today.
but he was playing in '91, and his son. He could have a son now.
He doesn't have a son that plays Major League Baseball. I think everybody knows that.
Fred McGriff, black guy, can't be him.
Can't be him.
There's a lot of Micks. It's not McDonald, right?
No. And I apologize if I've been too aggressive at times. I do apologize for my aggressiveness.
No, it's pushed me into thinking faster, which is good. I'm thinking of a lot of Micks already. I thought of 3 already. I know there was a McDonald that played in the 90s.
But Eric, you're playing the baseball card game, right?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to ask questions.
Okay.
I mean,
What position did he play? No. What position does his son play now?
Okay, there you go. Great question. Pitcher. He is a pitcher.
Okay. He's a pitcher. He's good enough to where I'd know his name. MC. Oh, I'm having a brain fart.
If you have a boil, what do you do with it? And I know you're looking good.
Lance Mc something. Lance, right?
Yes.
McSorley.
No.
That's a hockey player.
I know. Good.
Lance.
How did Lance come to your brain quickly? Because you know the player, right?
No, because I lanced a boil.
Yes, you did lance a boil.
McIntyre.
What do you do if you are gathering up something? You are gathering.
Gathering up something. You're gathering.
Lance Mick gather.
Lance McGathers.
No, but if you're gathering, you're bringing something together.
Lance McHolding.
Very close. What's the word?
Holding.
Lance McHolding?
Gathers. Lance Mc.
You said Heathers. Combined Colling and Heathers.
Lance McCuller is?
No.
Lance.
You're close.
Heathers, and you said combined what in Heathers?
Lance, Mick,
Hollerin.
You probably, you know.
I've never heard of this person. McStevens.
What? Hold on. Let's see if they know it in the Twitter, in the thing. Hold on. Stay with me. He's a current player. You've got 3/4 of the name right.
Can I get the next letter after Mick?
I mean, you had it.
Oh,
C.
okay.
What do you do when you gather something? You're gathering something. You are. I'll read you the definition. Select from a large quantity, obtain from a variety of sources. Select, choose, pick, take. What does that mean? What is the word for that?
Choose. You're selecting. I don't know. You taking.
Okay. If you're at a slot machine, what do?
Put money in it.
What else?
Pull the lever.
Okay. Pulling.
So it's, you got the pull. You're saying pull. But
now take out the P.
It starts with a C.
All right. Now what does that spell?
Lance McCull.
All right. Lance McCull. Now.
Lance McCullers.
Yes, and
what?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's it. You got it. It is Lance McCullers. You played the baseball card game. Yes, that's how you do it. You didn't quit.
I've never heard of that guy in my life.
Have you heard of Lance McCullers Jr.?
No.
He's on the Astros. He pitched frickin' Game 7 of the World Series last year. You don't know Lance McCullers from the Houston Astros? Jr.
I watched him pitch last year. I just didn't remember his name. I was so the Chicago and Cleveland's World Series was so good that I was still thinking about that a year later.
Oh, it's Lance McCullers. That's who it was. All right, listen, Eric, good job on that. I'm going to wrap.
Not my best outing today on the baseball card game.
Yeah, you got to get your head into it. You got to be ready with the questions. Know is he still playing? What color? Is he a pitcher? Does he have a son?
I promised to study this week.
But we'll get some newer. What would be better years for you?
94 to 98.
All right, we'll look into that. We'll look into that. All right, listen, Eric, good job. Thanks for being a good sport. Hopefully I didn't, be too hard on you.
Yeah, thanks for calling me. And can I tell everyone to go to Inappropriate Earl and listen to his podcast?
Yeah, promote it. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I was on Earl Skakel's podcast yesterday. You should go listen to it. Inappropriate Earl on iTunes or SoundCloud. He's a really good guy and has a great podcast.
And
thanks for having me on your podcast, Brody.
You got it. Did you promote my dates? Did you say that Brody's going to be in Detroit? He's going to be in Boston. He's going to be in Philadelphia. He's going to be in Brooklyn.
If you would have sent me it, I would have. But I did promote you in the sense that I talked about you.
All right. Well, listen, Eric, good job. Wait, what's that? Hold on.
Feedback.
Hold on 1 second. Stay with me.
He's going to be in Detroit. He's going to be in Boston. He's going to be in Philadelphia. He's going to be in Brooklyn.
If you would have sent me it, I would have.
Eric, can you hear
But
me?
I did promote you in the sense that I talked about you.
No, hold on. I was going to do that. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Good job. Good job. I'm trying to be funny, and I'm running out of batteries. Thank you very much, Eric. Eric Oligny, everybody, from Funny You Should Ask. Yes!
Thanks, Brody. Have a good day.
All right, you got it. Spent freaking 40 minutes on that. All right, I better wrap this thing up. Let me go into the hold on. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. Got 3% battery life on this thing. How do I go into that? Hold on. Stay with me. I've been all over the map today with this show. Comments. Are the comments even on right now? All right, well, listen. Dying fast. It is dying. Richard, it is dying fast. All right? Stop being negative. Freaking trying to do a lot of things here. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I was just trying to see if that was a good job on the trying to read the comments, and it's not letting me. Hold on. Are the comments even open? Hello? All right, listen. You've been listening to Stephen Brody Stevens on All Things Comedy. Here. We're live. We are back. We are back. I'm just trying to see if anybody got it in the room. We had Eric. We pushed through. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Listen, thank you very much. I've got a lot on my mind. You can tell that great episode. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. Let me ask real quick before the batteries die out. Was this a good episode? Should I feel good about myself? Let's see. Let's see what they say. I'm going to wrap it up. Haley says yes. I trust Haley. She says four claps. I think we were dragging at times. Solid episode. 10 out of 10. Wow, Haley gave a 10 out of 10. I don't see that happen very often. She's usually 8.18 out of 10. I'll take that. Great episode, fun and educational. Absolutely. Always feel good about yourself, Brody. Thank you, Neil Hoyt. Sun Gold Halo, absolutely. Captain Deltron, great episode. Dylan missed the first 20 minutes. I'll catch it on the replay. That's a devoted fan, Dylan Whites. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry. Just got here. Can you start over? You got it. Welcome to the Stephen Brody Stevens Festival of Sports, expanding my vocabulary. Enjoyed it very much. Thank you, Jared. Loved it. Great episode. I appreciate that. Number one in the profession. Yes. All right. Well, listen. Have a great day. I feel pretty good about it. I don't feel great, but you feel great. I feel much better. I'll be tonight at Squat Melt. Look for us on Squat Melt 25. Howard Kramer and the kids. We'll also be at the Comedy Store later tonight, closing out the main room. You can find me in Denver, Colorado. With David Spade on Sunday and Monday, whatever the Sunday and Monday are, this coming Sunday and Monday. Another 2 hours. Here we go. We're not going to do another 2 hours, Haley, because my battery's dying. And Emma's been here patiently. She's been doing a great job listening or, being subject to listening to this. I had a good time. We'll see you next week. I will bring in more live guests. I will call my mother. And I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much listening to Stephen Brody Stevens. Can we find Squat Melt online? I don't believe Squat Melt's online at this point. You have to follow us on Instagram Live or on Periscope to see the live Squat Melt 25. All right, folks, I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Enjoy it. Reporting live for StephenBrodyStevens.com, Stephen Brody Stevens. Yes, you got it. Push and believe.